Ahoy! Hello and welcome to Strangers123's YouTube channel. Today we're looking at one of my own replays in World of Warships, the Gremyashchy. Well, I'm guessing some of you guys that are watching this might have been some of my old subscriber base, some Battlefield Play for Free. I'm sorry, I will probably not be doing much, Battlefield anymore. And, Battlefield Play for Free, as you may know, is no more. And I've lost interest for first-person shooter games overall, so you probably won't see any PlanetSide content from me either. As for those that may know me from the World of Tanks community, the Specialist Global Tank Academy channel, which I did some content for, well, sorry for kind of stopping that. I lost interest in World of Tanks, and for a period of time I didn't really have much time on my hands to maintain the channel, so that kind of died out, and my interest for the game has also died out. But here we are in World of Warships, and well, I guess this is restart number 2, or for me it is. Well, I'm restarting my channel for World of Warships, and perhaps other content, general just gaming. So, here we go. The Tier 5 World of Warships destroyer, Soviet Union, Gremyashchy. It has a main armament of 4 13cm 130mm B-13 naval guns, 6 torpedoes, spread over 2 launchers with 8 kilometers range. So decent damage, around 13,700 I believe. I've got the number off the top of my head, and hovering the mouse over the bottom in the UI doesn't work in version 0.4.0.7, patch number 110854. Yeah, I keep track of that. Speaking of which, this is an old replay. This is before some changes to the carriers. As you can see, we have a Hiryu. The enemy gets a cutting board, the Ryujo. And, just being a retard with the camera. Having a quick look. Hello, game. Work, thank you. Just having a quick look at the ship. You can see the ship overall. Her anti-aircraft armament consists of 2 double Maxim machine guns, 2 Dushkas mounted next to the main fire control system and rangefinder, 4 37mm anti-aircraft guns, one mount you just saw there, second mount there, and 2 mounts underneath the bridge on the center area of the ship next to the main funnel. And that's it for anti-aircraft armament. It really isn't. Actually, no, I forgot. Those 2 76mm guns. 76.2 even. Now that combined does give her some decent anti-aircraft firepower, but not really that much. However, it's good enough to take down some planes at tier 4 and 5, not so much tier 6 and 7 planes, which isn't really a tier she's going to be facing that often, especially not with the 0.4.1 matchmaking changes, where if you do get put into high tier games too much, the matchmaking is going to attempt to put you in lower tier games. And as you can just see, I opened fire. The most, I guess, appealing part of this destroyer is the range and the pretty good shell velocity. However, what isn't really appealing right now is my aim, and it's bad. But I see the enemy Minakaza 11.6 kilometers away from me. I am still not spotted, because this ship, when firing, has a 10.8 kilometers surface detection range, which makes doing stuff like this hilariously fun. At least for you. Not so much for the enemy, because they can't do anything back. And as you can see there, I quitted the engine of the enemy destroyer, and she does not appear to have a damage control party, so has placed a smoke screen and is now trying to hide. However, our Mutsuki has cut off her escape, so she really doesn't have a way out of that situation. Well, she does kill the Mutsuki. And as you can see, Minakaza tries to torpedo something that isn't the Mutsuki, and Mutsuki probably realizing that, or realizing the fact that the Minakaza's engine is down, which by now I actually haven't. When I played this game, I'd only just recently returned from a trip to China, dealing with jet lag, feeling very tired. I've been awake for about, almost 40 hours with just hit and miss sleep on either planes or at the airport. So please forgive my horrendous aim and situation awareness, which is basically inexistent. But resuming shelling on the Wyoming. Personally, I would have preferred right now shooting the fence caller, and I only just about realised that, as half her health gets rebalanced away by some battleship. And now I switched to aiming at the Pensacola, however she is kind of out of range with the way she's turning. Chances are I won't really be able to hit her with only 14.3, 14.4-ish maximum firing range. However, I sent some shells her way anyways, but none of them hit. And realizing she's out of range, I switch back to the Wyoming in a second. Right about now. Still with absolutely horrible lead. And this is the strength of this destroyer. Her main battery armament of 430mm guns with pretty solid fire chance, pretty solid armor piercing penetration, and a very good rate of fire for this tier. Combined together, this makes her an amazing little bit of a gunboat, just sailing around shooting people from invisibility. As you can clearly see. Now, for this destroyer, there really isn't that much to speak about her guns. There really isn't anything about them that make them stand out exceptionally. Well, her rate of fire, if you compare it to the US rate of fire, they're about the same. Well, they are the same. Pretty much. However, your shells are a lot faster, and they have a lot flatter trajectory than the United States destroyers from tier 5 on, which does give you the ability to sniper people from long range, like this. And your concealment rate is pretty good, which also lets you camo shoot at people with a decent main battery range, especially when upgraded with advanced firing training. Your torpedoes, they have 8km range, 13,000 something damage, so they're not that bad considering the base ship has 7km surface detection range. Now another thing to take note is this ship has 6km, that is without concealment expertise, 6km air detection range, and as you just saw, my situational awareness lit up, telling me I was in fact spotted by an airplane. Just on time as I light this Wyoming up like a Christmas tree. Brr. And burn some more. Oh, and by the way, please burn. And this is the strength of this destroyer, the ability to be exceptionally annoying. However, what isn't the strength of the player, as you can see right now, every time I'm scrolling out, have a look at that on the far left corner of the screen. 11.3. 11. Oh, look, I'm spotted. Hey, wait, what the fuck? Oh, right, yeah, this is within range. Oops. However, I set the Wyoming on fire again, so that's 3 fires raging on the ship simultaneously. However, the 2 first ones are about to expire, as you can see, just 1 fire on the tail, and it's time to scrape on the other direction. And the Wyoming hasn't realized the fact that I've actually turned around, so she's about to succumb to the fire, giving me a arsonist, having burnt a hell of a lot of health off that ship. And yeah, that's annoying. I just lost 50 health scraping damage off a friendly. And then, you know, during that time I couldn't shoot either because she was in the way. That's a bit sad. But, not much I care about. It's 50 health lost to friendly scraping damage. I don't care. Because I don't intend to lose any health to enemy fire anyway, so nah. I still have 30,040 health left, basically, for scraping up a Warspite. Speaking of the Warspite, she's the one being shot by the enemy, so it doesn't really affect me. And you may have realized friendly base capture, and if you're looking at the map, you've probably been thinking, Strangers, you should have gone back to base! Strangers, you should have gone back to base! What the hell are you doing? Yeah, I probably should have, but I don't care. I had a division mate telling me the base was fine. So, I just had to shoot him so. But, now that he's died, I'm feeling a bit less confident about the defense of our base, and I'm also going to slowly head in that direction. And here you can see I'm using the shot cam just to trace my shots to find out exactly how bad my aim is. And shooting stuff on the way home. However, having a proper analysis of the situation on the map while I set so on fire, which got my damage control, it became apparent to me that the one that was actually capping is dead, so are the two destroyed. The only thing remaining on the enemy team are cruisers, battleships, and a carrier. So I slowed down a bit, and I'm just gonna sit here invisible shooting each so a bit, except for the flames. But, hello, carrier. That's a huge open for the patch. She's only got one fight for her. You've got two. Go kill it. Thank you. And yeah, I just rammed them. That was completely my fault. At least I didn't shoot him at the same time. So, that's something. So I was running away, getting out of range. I'm going to shoot the New York instead, because there's no real other target to shoot at. I could go for the Wyoming, but that's a tier lower, so that will grant me less experience. And, oh look, he's on fire. Oh look, damage control. Oh look, a fire that was eaten by damage control. That's a bit sad. Oh look, a penny cola, and New York's on fire without damage control, so that fire is going to burn the full duration now. And the Helios running away, but wait, what's she doing in the middle of the map? Wait, seriously, what are you doing in the middle of the map? Anyways, I hit the Pensacola quite a few times. I did get a incapacitation, which I don't know exactly what was. I'm guessing it might have been a rudder, but it wasn't spotted. It was a splash incapacitation, so it wasn't a direct hit. And now I set her on fire. And, well, spoiler alert, she's not going to put it out. So, I'm guessing she used her damage control, or just simply gave up. Now she's trying to run away, which is another thing I don't exactly understand. The only thing I can really think of is those are torpedo bombers coming in, but that's no torpedo bombers going for Penny Cola. She has good AA, so I'm hoping they go for Wyoming, which, judging by the map, appears they are. But again, why did this Pensacola turn away and head the other way? That's a question I'd like to know the answer to. Because if she had pushed against me, she probably wouldn't have taken so much damage. And there you go, I finished her off with a belt, with fire. Because if she had pushed towards me, she would have been able to force me into a corner of the map. And eventually to the point where I would no longer be able to fire, instead of whining about fucking Warships and not, your own misplay. But in the end, she didn't really stand a chance. Not in that position. Not with that amount of health. And even if she had tried to push me, I would have just simply ran to the corner of the map and then scraped the other way, giving me more than enough time to finish her off. Speaking of which, rest in peace, Pensacola. I think I got a bit lucky with the low amount of health that the enemy ships had at that point. But this is something I was pretty much aware of as my division mate had informed me. Now you see my horrible aim on the Wyoming, but it's me, a cruiser which is dead, and a carrier against 4 enemy ships. Not too bad, we can do this. As you can see, the 2 enemy battleships, American both, Wyoming and New York, dreadnought type, so they're very slow, are both loitering around the middle of the map. What does that mean? I can kite around the entirety of the map and pick a fight with them whenever I want, wherever I want. And as you can see, our carrier is also harassing them. I just forced the Wyoming to use her damage control ability, which means that any fire set from now on, like what the carrier did, is going to rage and burn for a while. with the Wyoming being the only valid target I can shoot at, others being out of range, and if you pay attention to the map now, oh wait, I'm spotted. The carrier, the Ucho, the chopping board, and the soap are far up north. And there you go, that's the Pensacola scout plane, which I had not paid attention to. That was a misplay on my end. I saw her launch them. I should have known it would still be here. The 3 minutes has not passed for the expiration of aircraft. Well, that's actually carrier-borne aircraft. These things expire in 6 minutes. So, well, I guess I'm just forced to deal with it, since I misplayed myself into this position to gain map control. Well, I wouldn't say misplayed, but I played into this direction to gain map control, and I just accepted the fact that I would potentially, you know, get spotted. Not like I actually thought about that when I went this way. Anyway, spotted planes have 4 kilometers detection range. I have 6 kilometers detection range from aircraft when firing the gun. So, here comes the plane again. And you can hear my anti-aircraft guns going off, and I just select the plane for 50% more damage, but 50% of pretty much nothing is not pretty much nothing. Regardless, the Wyoming doesn't really stand a chance. She's used her damage control parties and is on fire. So she's probably going to burn to death. 11 health. The fire's gone. No, really, seriously, the fire's gone. 2 hits, 0 damage. That's a lot of dead fish. 11 health, the fire's gone. Hello, please die. Thank you.
Enemy battleship foundered.
And with 3 minutes left on the clock, it's time to hunt the So and the Ryujo down. Both of them staying somewhat close to each other, probably for a bit of additional anti-aircraft protection. Except the fact that's a stock So. So, no AA there. And my horrible aim comes back into play. Nowhere near enough lead on the first salvo. And you can see it just harmlessly landing the water in front of him like a warning salvo, telling him he's being shot at. Second one lands bullseye on, all 4 hit. He's on fire. And that's evidence to the Witherer that I've done 60,000 damage with fire only, since I haven't fired a single torpedo and I'm on full health, so I can't have rammed an enemy. But with less than 3 minutes left on the game, we need to step it up. And we need to kill this stuff. Who, by the way, has used damage control on my fire and the carrier attack. And I'm just repeatedly HEing it a bit more. At this point, I spot the carrier going in this direction, and I ask my division mate to tell him to kill the Ryujo. For 2 reasons. 1, she's got more health, so it's more logical. 2, it's still closer to me, and I'm already shooting at her. So, no real reason for the carrier to waste an entire torpedo strike just to get rid of a So. And the shell rain commences. And commences. The Ryujo's on 4,000 health. That's not nice. And the shell fire commences. Come on, burn already. Good. That's him got. It's just So left. And seriously, So. What the fuck are you shooting at? Well, I guess that's another bunch of dead fish. And finally, she's caught fire. With less than a minute left to go now. 2,000 health. I hope she doesn't have a repair. This game is coming awfully close in. 1,000 health left. She's on fire. No damage control. And, well, GG. And that was a pretty decent game with 6,364 XP with, I believe, a first win and flag. 361,217 credits and 58 damage taken the entire game. This is a Confederate, Witherer, and Arsonist game with 20 fires set. Although I think 6 or 7 of them were actually eaten by damage control. It doesn't really matter. It's still quite a good chunk of damage, as you can clearly see on the scoreboard. 46,765 HE damage with 208 hits, 63,571 burn damage, showing off the true strength of this little Russian destroyer. Thank you for watching, I hope you enjoyed it, and see you in the next one perhaps. Bye.